Hello everybody, my name is Nikita and today I will be going through E for English's Class 2, Level 2 and 3 Worksheet 1. And this worksheet is primarily about subject, predicate, and subject verb. So, this is a review, but if you're new to this concept, stay tuned and you'll learn more about what subject, predicate, and subject verbs are. So as a review, the definition of a sentence is a set of words that expresses a complete thought. So a sentence always has a subject and a predicate. So the subject is the part of the sentence that has the object that is doing something. The subject has a subject noun, which is the specific thing that is actually doing the work. And then the predicate is the part of the sentence that has the verb or the action that the subject is doing. So I know that's a lot of definitions, so let's look at some examples. So let's look at the sentence, the big dog runs quickly. This is a sentence because it has a subject and a predicate. So let's look at what the subject and the predicate exactly are. So the entire subject is going to be the part of the sentence that is doing the stuff. So what is doing the verb in this sentence? Is quickly doing the verb? No. Is running doing the verb? No. Is the dog doing the verb? Yeah. So the big dog, which I have highlighted here in red, is what the subject of the sentence is, because it is the object that is doing something. Dog is the specific subject noun, so I'm going to go ahead and bold that. So dog is the actual thing that is doing it. The big dog is the description, so the big are the two words that are describing the dog. But the dog is the actual object. It is the actual noun that is doing the running. And now, runs quickly is going to be the predicate. And I'll go ahead and look at that in yellow. Runs quickly is the predicate because it is the action that the dog is doing. And the complete predicate is runs and quickly because the dog is running quickly and because quickly is modifying running. But if you want to just look at the specific action that the dog is doing, you're just going to look at the verb. So you're going to look only at running. And I'm going to go ahead and bold, and I'll actually underline that. So running, or runs in this case, is the specific predicate. So that is the predicate, or the verb. And runs quickly is the entire predicate. So that's the complete predicate. And runs is the verb, which is the specific part of the predicate. And just for a review, the big dog is the complete subject. And the dog is the subject noun because it is the specific object that is doing something. So now let's look at exercise 1. What we're doing in exercise 1 is separating the subject and the predicate with a slash. And then we're going to go ahead and underline the subject once, and then underline the entire predicate twice. And then after that, we're going to go back and label the subject noun of the sentence with SN, and then we'll label the verb of the predicate with a V. I know that sounds like a lot of things to do, but it's actually not that difficult. So let's look at number 1. What is the subject of the sentence? And what is the verb or the predicate of the sentence? What is the object that we're talking about in the sentence? Singing, correct. So we're going to go ahead and underline that one time because that is the subject. Now, what is the predicate? What is the action being done in this story? Or I'm sorry, in this sentence? Good. The verb or the predicate in this sentence is, and we're going to go ahead and underline that twice because it's the predicate. Now we have to go back and look at the subject noun of the sentence, and then we have to go back and look at the verb of the sentence. So since the subject only has one part or one word, this is our subject noun. So singing is going to be SN, so we're going to put an SN up there. And then we're going to look at the predicate to find out what our verb is. Is fun is our predicate. But is fun a verb? Fun is not a verb because you can't fun something. So the only option we have left is. And that actually will be our verb. This one is kind of a complicated problem that we started with, but that's okay. Let's move on to number 2. That one's a little easier. Okay, so first let's identify what the subject is and what the verb is. So, what is the object that is doing something in this sentence? Good, it's the tiger. So let's go ahead and underline that once. And now let's look at what the tiger is doing. The tiger is roaring, right? So we're going to underline roared, which is our predicate, twice. And we're going to put a slash between tiger and roared because we want to separate the subject, which is the tiger, from roared, which is our predicate. Now, we want to label the subject noun and the verb. Okay, so let's look at what our subject noun is. What is the specific object in our sentence? Is the a specific object? No, the is not doing anything. The is just describing the tiger. So tiger is our subject noun because the tiger is the thing that is specifically doing the verb. So we're going to place SN above tiger. And now let's find the verb. So we know that the verb has to be in the predicate. And the predicate is only this part right here. The predicate is roared. And it's the only word in the predicate. So, by definition, roared has to be our verb because it is the only word in the predicate. And because it is the verb or the action that the tiger is doing. The tiger is roaring. Okay, let's go into number 3. So let's again find the subject and the entire predicate. And then let's go ahead and do find the subject noun and the verb. So first, what is the subject of this sentence? Is it the? Is it cats? Is it sleep? Or is it the cats? Or is it sleep? Good. It's the cats. So we're going to go ahead and underline that once because that's what the subject is. And now we're going to find what our predicate is. Our predicate consists of the action that our noun is doing. So what are the cats doing? Are they the-ing? No. Are the cats catting? No. That doesn't make sense. So our only word left is sleep. And we're going to go ahead and underline that twice because that's what we have to do. And we're going to put a slash between cats and sleep because we want to separate the subject, which is the underlined part once, from the predicate, which is underlined twice. Now let's find the subject noun and the verb. The subject noun, remember, is the specific thing that is sleeping. What is the thing that is sleeping in this sentence? It's cats. The cats are the things that are sleeping. So the cats are our subject noun. So we're going to put subject noun above there. And then we want to find our verb. So what action are the cats doing? The cats aren't the-ing, right? The cats aren't catsing. So the cats have to be sleeping because that's the only word left. So that's why sleep is our verb. So I hope these 3 examples helped with exercise 1, and I know that you can do the rest on your own using the help that I gave you for these 3 problems. So now let's go on to exercise 2. Now in exercise 2, you're going to be writing 5 complete sentences on the lines provided, and you're going to be separating the subject and predicate of the sentences with the slash, underlining the subject once, then you're going to underline the predicate twice, and label the subject noun of the sentence with an SN, and then label the predicate with a V. So basically, let's first create some sentences, and let's make them simple so that we can easily tell which part is the subject and which part is the verb. So let's make a sentence. How about Lola eats the burger? Okay, so now let's look at our subject and our predicate. Who is doing the specific action, or what is doing the action? That's what our subject is, right? So who is doing the action? Lola is doing the action, right? So we're going to underline Lola once because that's what we have to do. And now, let's separate this out. Okay, now let's find the predicate. So what action is Lola doing? She's eating the burger. So this entire part is actually going to be our predicate. The predicate is everything that is not part of the subject. So because Lola is the only part of the subject, the rest of this sentence is actually going to be the predicate. So now let's go back and find our subject, noun, and verb. But first, let's add a slash. So we separate the subject, which is the underlined portion, from the verb, or from the predicate, which is the part that is underlined twice. And now let's go back and find our subject, noun, and our verb. So what is our subject noun? What is the specific thing, person, plant, animal that is doing the action in this sentence? It's Lola, correct. So that's why we're going to put SN above Lola. And now, what is our verb? So this part might be a little tricky because there are more than one part of the predicate. Is Lola eating? Is Lola the-ing? Or is Lola burgering? Well, she's obviously eating because you can't the and you can't burger. So eat is the only verb that we really have in this sentence. So that's why eats is going to be our verb, and eats only. So I hope this video helped with you understanding what the subject predicate and subject verb are. And I hope that you can easily tell what a subject noun is versus what a verb is. Be sure to check out the rest of the videos on this channel. I hope you find them helpful. See you soon. Thank you. Bye.